Hello, beloveds. How are you today? Ooh, I'm just getting in from cooking outdoors. I mean, literally cooking in the sun. Really, it's hot. It was 94 degrees and it wasn't even noon yet, so it was definitely time for me to come inside. But met a nice lady at the beach today, and she's transitioning to the area with her daughter who just gave her a grandchild. And she talked her into selling her home in the mountains of the Carolinas. And she's moving to the bipolar state. And we were just talking about, now that all our children are raised, she's just coming out of a 46 plus, over 45 years of marriage, just calling it quits. And she's been married since she's 15. She's in her 60s now, and she's trying to figure it out. And I was like, wow, you're starting to go through what I'm currently going through. And we were talking, and she was saying how she's got to figure it out. And I was like, well, all I can do is tell you to get you a coloring book and start talking to the little girl. You said you were 15 when you got married. Start talking to that little girl. What did you want to be when you grow up? Who did you aspire to be? And start from there. Seek those things out. And we got to talking, and I was telling her how I came to be here, how long I've been here, and she was like, wow, you've been here a long time. She's like 10 years older than me, and she was saying, well, we're just two ships passing in the sea. I'm coming where you are, and you trying to get to where I'm coming from. She had a lot of land. She has a home on a lot of acreage, and that's what I want. I don't want one of these little post stamps. That's what she calls it, this land. She's like, oh my goodness, the land that the homes are on, it's a postage stamp. So and we were talking just in general about life and figuring it out and starting over. And I was able to give her some advice. She was able to give me some advice. And she was like, so let's meet back here. The next time, we won't say when, but the next time we see each other, you'll be telling me how you did, ABC, and I'll be telling you how I did 1, 2, 3. I was like, it's a bet. So it was a good conversation. I'm sure if the weather permitted, if it wasn't getting so hot, we would have probably sat and chatted longer. It was good meeting someone on to have conversation with at the beach. But it just made me think about how many people living their life that's not living it for themselves. They're living it for other people. It's so many people that have to figure it out. And here I am thinking I'm late, in my 50s, late. And she's in her 60s doing the same thing, starting over. Her kids are grown. She's getting grandchildren now. Her marriage is gone, is over. So, Now she has to figure out how to keep herself company, how to do for herself. What is it that she's interested in? What does she like to do? And I mean, she started marriage at 15. She didn't even get a chance to decide who she was, what she wanted to do. That's how my mom was. She didn't get a chance to have an aspiration to be anything before she was a wife and a mother at 17. She didn't even finish school before she became domesticated. So, and she spent her life with her husband, my dad, until he died, and then she came to the bipolar state. I don't know why, but and then she kidnapped me and brought me here. Yes, she kidnapped me. Maybe one day I'll tell you the story. But it's never too late. It's never too late to start over. It's never too late to have a new beginning. It's never too late to figure out who you are and what you want to do. I mean, if you're content doing what you're doing, good for you. Hey, living la vida loca. Do your thing. But if you're not, figure it out. Search it. Seek it. Ask the tough questions. Who are you? What do you want to be? Where do you want to go? Are you where you thought you would be? If not, do you still desire to be there? I mean, when I was a teenager, when I was finishing high school, I wanted to go to Spelman College and become a journalist. And if I couldn't do that, I wanted to be work on a lawyer, a firm, a civil suit firm. And if there wasn't one in existence, I was going to create one and go out there and make laws, fight laws, and help people get justice. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to work for the civil servants, be a civil servant, and help people with the law, fight to get justice. We still fighting. Or be a journalist, travel, and tell the stories of my travels. So, I did neither of those things. And now I'm figuring it out. I wanted to find the truth and engulf myself in religion, and made that my passion, studying history, trying to figure out who I am, who I want to be in my religion. What were my, always asking questions about what's the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help me God. And who is God? What is God? And what's the answer to everything? When you're a kid, you want to know why everything. Why is the sky blue? Why is the earth green? How does the water stay where the water stays? Where does the sun go when it goes down? Those are questions kids ask. Where do babies come from? How does grass grow? How do animals live? Questions. Question everything. That was me. I asked questions. I wanted to know how this, why that, who this, who that. So much so that you know, people used to tell me, "You got problems, kid. You can't know the answer to everything. Everything's not for you to know." Okay, so today's card, all of this shuffling, is, drum roll please, surrender with joy. Achieve greatness through surrender. Surrender with joy. Achieve greatness through surrender. Surrender with joy. This is like the Titanic scene. Arms out, wind blowing. What is that song? Going with the flow, surrendered. That's what she is, surrendered. Leaping gracefully off the cliff of life and into the graceful heavens. Achieving greatness through surrender. So let's see what surrender with joy is talking about today. Yesterday was to make a change. Make that change. Surrender with joy. Achieve greatness through surrender. Grace of God is like the flow of water, and the universe is like the river. Although a drop of water flowing in any part of the river is different from the previous drop, the grace of God remains constant. Everything in existence constantly benefits from God's infinite grace. Only the conditions change from one level to another. A new circumstance evolves every moment for new possibilities. Okay, grace of God is like the flow of water. I'm going to add the grace of God is like the flow of water, and the universe is like the river. Although a drop of water flowing in any part of the river is different from the previous drop, the grace of God remains constant. Everything in existence constantly benefits from God's infinite grace. Only the conditions change from one level to another, and new circumstances evolve every moment for new possibilities. Gia Sari is who wrote this quote. Dearest, life is presented to you as a divine gift of God. Everything that is created is endowed with all that it needs to continue its own life. Surrender to the flow of whatever is coming to you. Okay, I don't know about that, but all right. We'll try to have an open mind. Regardless if it's causing pain or joy, accept the unfolding as a part of the chain of cause and effect. The Sufi wisdom tells you that the secret to good fortune flows from surrender and selflessness. Selflessness. There's that word again. The key to transformation from the darkness into the light is hidden inside of you. You need to be content with this transformation within yourself to allow it to change you. You will then be able to share its fruits with others, not just by the words coming from your mouth. Find the voice of love within yourself and let it be your guide. When you surrender to it, you will not be shaken by every change or every new thing that comes along. Focus on the beauty of life when a major change happens so you can be flexible enough to make the adjustment. Oh, Sufi friend, allow love to radiate from you so you can witness the glory of the expression of divine wisdom. Like the other Sufis, accept and surrender to the good and bad that happens in your life and allow the transformed life to shine through you. Move out of the way and let the divine voice have its way with you. Let love speak through your heart. I am the living creation of the heart of a loving creator. I am the true expression of the spring of life giving birth to itself. Nothing in life can imprison me again. And as I'm reading this, I am not totally free. Let me tell you. I'm getting free. I'm freer than I was, but I am not totally free. And I know this because as I'm reading this, you see the eyebrow? Do you see it? Okay. I always say that to God I would never lie because he knows me better than I know myself. And he knows that I am holding a little bit of a resentment. And so I'm going to say that that's my area of surrender that I need to accomplish because all of those questions, those happenings, those changes that happened in my life, all of the work that and effort that I put into people and things, nurturing and caring and genuinely and authentically giving, guiding, leading, nurturing, loving, caring, preparing, teaching, leading, authentically, like I said, 100. I mean, I don't know no other way to do it. Fake and phony, I can't do it. But to give so much of yourself and never really have or receive what you have given. And I'm still a little wounded from that. I won't say hurt because I'm over the pain of it. I'm over the pain of the realization of that reality. But I'm still seeking, waiting for it to manifest and trying to be in the right place, the right state of mind to receive so that when it does come, I'm ready, I'm able to receive it and keep it, to nurture it, to maintain it. So God knows it wasn't an easy win, but it's still a win. It wasn't easy, but it's still a win. And I don't believe that I gotta die to get my reward. I can have it right here on this earth, living in this earthly hell that we're living in. I should not have to suffer here and go to wherever we go to when we leave here. I don't know what's over there. I don't know what's happening. I only know from the experiences of spirit that has left here. And they're not all happy. Everybody that left here is not happy, honey. Some people left happy and miserable. Some people left miserable and found peace. And some people never had it and still don't have it. So that's been my experience. That's what I've discovered. And I need my happiness in the present. I need my happiness now. I need to receive what I have so generously, genuinely given. And I don't think that's a lot to ask. I don't think that's asking a lot. But I'm definitely not at the able to let whatever comes come part. I can't get with that. I have to. That's been my mantra all the time. Oh, I'm just learning in this late stage in my life to set boundaries, to to set boundaries, to not be so carefree, gullible, and available to everything and everybody. And that includes the universe. That includes God, because that was my guide. That was my lead. That was how I had the ability to say, fuck it. It'll work out. It'll work out. It's all for the good. It's the right thing to do. It's the right thing to do. Well, now the right thing to do is for me to seek out what makes me happy, what makes me whole, what makes me complete, what brings me joy. What am I interested in? What is it that I want to do? Do I want to continue to nurture and lead and guide and help people? Of course. But I want to get some reciprocation of that, please. That's all. And I don't think that that's being selfish. I don't think that it's being greedy. And I don't think that it's being entitled. I think it's fair. It's reciprocation. What's wrong with reciprocation? The things I have done in life, I didn't do them to get anything back. I did them because I genuinely and authentically wanted to do them. I enjoyed seeing people happy and having peace and letting there be calm instead of calamity. But in doing that, I didn't get to be there for myself. I didn't get to have grace for myself. To have, I taught myself that being a peacemaker was my peace. That's what I've been doing with my lifetime. I've been being the peacemaker. I have been the bridge. I've been the peacemaker. I've been the bridge. I've been the light, the North Star. Constant. Never wavering, faithful, ever flowing for everything and everybody but me. So it's my time to shine, however bright. If it's a glint a, or a shimmer, whatever it is. Um, it's gonna have fulfillment, self-fulfillment, care and love and compassion, some reciprocation. Surrender with joy. So I'm not at the joy part of surrender. I got surrender down pat. We doing that. We got surrender. But surrendering with joy part, I'm not quite at the joy part. I've enjoyed the work that I have done. I have enjoyed watching the ones that I have done it for grow and flourish and go on to do other things and acquire careers and marriages, families, assets, estates, legacies. I've enjoyed watching and helping, guiding, and birthing their accomplishments. And what I've contributed is an accomplishment in itself. And outside of my helps and good health and life, what do I have? So now I'm craving some of what I've helped others receive. I'm craving what I've helped others build. I'm craving a little piece of my own heaven here on earth. Right? Isn't that what you're after? You're a piece of heaven on earth. We all want a little bit of that. We don't want to just work ourselves into the ground. The generation I came from, that's what they did. They our parents, the parents of my generation, they worked themselves into the ground. Most of them. As soon as they retired, if they got to retire, they were gone. My mom retired from a job, came here, got another job, retired from that job, and 3 years later she was gone. Worked all of her life. Still hadn't figured out completely who she was, what she wanted to be, where she wanted to go. Still dreaming and not quite able to acquire her dreams. Okay, and here I am, only 17 years younger than her. And I'm just waking up in my life. Just waking up in my life. So, surrender with joy, something I'm going to have to work on. I am surrendered, but not with joy. I'm not just taking any old thing. I'm not receiving the BS. I'm not receiving grief. I'm not receiving hardship. And I'm not taking no for an answer. So, I can find joy in that, in my resolve. I can surrender in joy in my resolve But all that other stuff, I like to think that I paid the price for what I'm asking for already. And I don't expect it to just drop into my lap. But I don't expect to fight too many more wars, maybe a few battles, but wars, no. I've fought all the wars I'm going to fight. We just going to do this little battlefield thing here and get that over with. So, yes, but that's my journey. That's my story. I feel like I've had enough ups and downs. Yes, there are people who have done more with less. There are people that have been through more. But that's their story. That's not my story. We're all here to do what we can bear. And I'm doing what I can bear. This is what I can bear. This is what I'm willing to bear right now. And, yeah, what I'm willing to bear. Because I don't want to, I don't want to be at the maximum of what I can bear. I've been there too many times, and I don't like it. So, surrender with joy. Regardless of the pain or joy, accept the unfolding as a part of the chain of cause and effect. Yeah. Sufi tells you that the secret to good fortune flows from surrender and selflessness. Yeah. Surrender and selflessness. The key to transformation from the darkness into the light is hidden inside of you. Be content with the transformation within yourself to allow it to change you. And you'll be able to share its fruits with others, not just by words coming from your mouth. And I believe I've done this in reverse. I have shared with others, and now I'm sharing with the words coming out of my mouth. And during this season and after this season, I will be living in the fruits of that experience. So, surrender with joy. And know that you are living creation of the heart of a loving creator. That you are the true expression of the spring of life giving birth to itself. And nothing in life can imprison you again. Amen. Ashe, namaste, and all that stuff. Surrender with joy. So, my beloveds, I love you to life, and I'll see you in the future.